Welcome to Meliora's channel, your go-to place for C# and data analysis tutorials, products hands-on demos, and insider secrets to keep you at the cutting edge of innovation. Our goal is to break down complex tech topics to a level that you will easily understand to supercharge your skills. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Hello, you're welcome back to this channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss the split string function. So this is the button here. So when you click on this button, it goes to the event handler, the click event handler that will then expose how this split is working. Right now, there is no handler there. That's what we're going to do. We'll put the handler right now, and then in putting the handler, we'll learn together how the split function works. So let's go to the code behind, and this is the split underscore click handler here. So the first thing you will always do is to get the full name, because most of the things we do here now will work on the full name. So remember, the full name is usually, let's do it by substitution, is usually first name concatenated with last name. So but we'll do it by substitution. So in this particular case, we'll have two opening and closing braces for the substitution, and the first one will be tbox first name dot text, and the second one will be tbox last name dot text. Last name dot text. And then this is tbox full name dot text. And then we'll have to have a space in between, remember, so that it would separate the first name from the second name. So with this, you at least have the first name and you have the full name space. So the next thing you need to do now is the split function. So you want to split that full name to give you two different strings. So to be able to do that, you first of all define a string array, and you call that string array split string, for instance. And then you just assign that to the tbox full name dot text dot split, and you specify what you want to use as the split separator. So in this particular case, the separator will be this space here, because that's the only thing that you can actually apply as a separator, is this space here. So if you give it that space and you run it, or no, you can't run it now, but if you now maybe display the result. So to display the result, you can just display the tbox result now, dot text, for instance, and you say well, you just say is equal to split 0 plus split string 1. So which are just the two, it will be split into two, so these are the two. But to make it make sense, you can now say here, second split is and then here you say maybe first split is, okay, so you put a plus here. Then here you say first split is you put a plus here. So now you have it will say first split is, then it gives you the first split value, which I expect to be the same as the first name. And then the second split is, it gives you the second split value, which I expect to be the same as the surname. So if you run this now, you will get this. So let's run it. So if you click split, that's what you get. First split is Bernard, second split is Eze. So because you used space to split. Now you can look for any common thing really in the string and use it to split. For instance, there is E here. There is E here. So I can actually use E as the basis of the split of this, and I expect to get B as one string, then E, R, N, A, R, D, all the way to this place to Z as another string, and then EH as another string. So I can actually use that to split it, and I can use that as an example. For instance, because we used only, okay, there is only one A, so we can actually use this A also to split. So let's use A as the next example. So if I say the split character here is A, for instance, and I will run it. And I click split. So you see, first split is ban, just before the A. You see, just before the A, so ban, it stops, and then the second split is after the A, R, D, E, Z, E, H. So that's the way the split works. But I will still want to show you, because the split is beyond, it can split into 3, 4, 5. So sometimes you really don't know the total number of words that come out of that split. So in that particular circumstance, so you would not just use specific direct coding of split string 0 and split string 1, because you don't know that it's just going to be only those two. So what usually happens is, after applying the split string this way, you just come here and then you say for each, for each string S in the split string, then you do something. So for each string S within the split string, then you do something. But before that, I want to define a starting string. So I want to define a string which I'll call a start string, and that string I want to initialize it with null. So when it comes in here, then I will then say S, which is now the string we're talking about. I'll say tbox full name dot string. No, sorry, I'll say start string is equal to, then I'll do my substitution symbol. You see why I love this substitution symbol, it's so powerful. And then I do this, then I'll say it's just going to be 2, and I'll say for each S in this. So let's have start string here, and let's have the S here, and after it always have a colon, so that you can separate each words with the colon. And then you can, now when you come out here, you can just say tbox result equals this, and let's comment out this for now. So if you run it now, let me use space again, and then let me run it. And here, let me even say that my name is so complex, it's got a lot of spaces in between. So I say John Boo, Bernard space John Boo, and then the Eze also got another space, Kings. So now, if you, is a Ugu. So now, if you run it here, if you say split, so it would see Bernard, Jumbo, Eze, U. And now it will see Bernard, Jumbo, Eze, and Ugu as the different words, because each word is now separated with a colon. In fact, because it's all jam-packed together, I can improve it to have a space in between, and all I need to do is to come to this code, and here within the substitution string I just put a space. And once I put this space, then if I run it again and say split, oh no, I didn't enter this, so let me run it again. So if I say Bernard, is it John Boo? That's what I said before. Bernard John Boo, and there is a space Ugu, that's my surname, and I now say split. Yeah, you see, it's now showing me Bernard colon space Ugu, John Boo colon space Eze colon space. So these are now the different words that is splitted this full name into. And they splitted them into this because you can see this separator is space, and there are now multiple spaces here. So this can be as long as it can be, and this will give you, so you can actually have Jumbo 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you run split, you see that this length will just continue to increase. So because the split will capture all those words as long as the separators are there. So if you use a separator that is different from space, in this case, the split values you get here will be different as well. So for instance, if I use U instead of space, I'm going to get only 2. If I use the capital U, I'm going to get only 2 splits because there's only one capital U here. If I use the small u, I'm going to get 1, 2. I'm going to get 3 splits because there are 2 small u's here. So which is the way it works. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. So for instance, if I go back and use capital U so that you just see the final this thing on this. So if I use capital U as the separator here, for instance, the split separator here, if I use capital U and run it, if I say split, okay, so if I now put do I remember what I put that time? John Boo space 1, 2, 3, 4, and is a Ugu space 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I run it now and split, you see it's giving me only 2 splits because I used it. So it's giving me these 2 splits, one, and then the second one. Remember, the colon is what we use now to identify what each split is. So we have only 2 columns there. It just gave me 2 splits now. So if I remove it back to it gives me back the full splits. So again, so that's the power of split, and you'll find a lot of applications of this in real life. So I think the only thing I need to do here now is for me to just put some context in that result so that it would. So I will just say the full name. Then I think I would make it a substitution as well. So the full name, and I can put what the full name is. So in this case, it's T box full name dot text. Yeah. So I can now say has been split into, and then I would just put the start string. So I will take out this, and then I'll let's take out all this rubbish. That's the power of substitution. So I'll just put my opening and closing braces here, and then I'll put the second one, which is the start string, I think. So if you do this, so you say now the full name, which is this that will be displayed using this substitution mechanism, has been split into, then it gives you all the words, all the splits of it. If you like, you can actually do the count as well. So I can say maybe into start split string. So you can do something like this and say split string dot count. The count you need, yep. So you do dot count, and then it will tell you the number of words in it, and so you can then come out here and say 2 words or splits if you like. So I think has been broken into. So let me use broken into. Instead of using words here, let me use splits, because the splits may not be words. Yeah. So, and then this will give you the full thing, how it is splitted. So if we run this now, you can now see this is what will be shown in our result area. I think I would also like to put the T block, the label for the result, so let's even change the label also to say that we can do substitution as well, so we can say here the label is gives you this, it displays the constituents or the constituents, okay, constituents of splitting we can now put again full name. So T-box full name dot text. So that it will make some sense. It's telling you now is the full name that is. So if I run this now, and I do split. So if this is only 2, so if I do split, it will tell you really displays the constituents of splitting the full name, or splitting Bernard Eze. So now this is the full name Bernard Eze has been broken into 2 splits. Now supposing I take it back to what we used to do, which is Bernard John Bull. So if I enter this and I enter 1, 2, 3, 4, and I say this is Eze space Ugun, and I enter 5678 and I run it again, split. You see, this is the full name now, and see this, what it now says. The full name Bernard Jumbo 1234 Eze Ugu 5 has been broken into 6 splits. Bernard Jumbo 1234 Eze Ugu, because it is using the space separator to do the breaking. That's why it is that many. So I think with this we have done justice to the split function, and if you still have any challenges around it, you probably can reach us out by sending us a comment, and we'll respond to your questions. We are here to support you all the way. Thank you, and God bless you, and bye for now. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and if you learned something new or enjoyed this video, be sure to show us support by clicking like and subscribe. Your support helps us to bring you even better content, so stay tuned for the next exciting video. You can also click the link below to see other free and paid videos on other exciting topics. If the click did not work, kindly copy the link and paste on your browser. Thank you, and see you in the next video.